Theresa May used an unusual technique to head off a conversation from the past, revealed Laura Kuenssberg. The BBC's political editor pointed out the Prime Minister made a relatively small announcement at the beginning of PMQs before Jeremy Corbyn could ask his 6 questions. Referring to Britain's knife crime crisis, BBC Politics Live host Jo Coburn asked the summit that the Prime Minister has announced over the last few days is going to involve multiple agencies. Now that sounds like a longer-term solution rather than the immediate request from senior police officers for emergency cash now, Ms. Kuenssberg replied. It doesn't. I think skeptics might say that every now and again politicians say let's all meet, let's have a summit, let's get people in a room, the same way that the Home Secretary has done with police chiefs this morning. Now, that does not mean, of course, that these kinds of conversations do not ever result in anything, but I think quite clearly there the Prime Minister was trying to head this off at the pass. Very unusually, she actually made a relatively small announcement like that at the beginning of Prime Minister's questions, before Jeremy Corbyn had a chance to start with his 6 questions. PMQs. Theresa May used an unusual tactic during PMQs, claimed Laura Kuenssberg. Image Parliament TV, BBC Politics Live. Prime Minister's questions really did descend into a very angry exchange of stats. Laura Kuenssberg, that suggests that she was very well aware that this is an issue that is running very hot, a lot of concern in Westminster and the country around how to deal with it. I'm afraid Prime Minister's questions there really did descend into a very angry exchange of stats, and did not really move us any further forward. The comments follow Home Secretary Sajid Javid confronting the Prime Minister over police funding, demanding millions more to tackle the knife crime crisis. In a testy exchange, he asserted that current spending did not go far enough, according to the Daily Telegraph. His intervention comes just months after it was announced extra £1 billion would be allocated to help police combat record levels of knife crime. Chancellor Philip Hammond, however, suggested the police prioritise the resources they do have and focus on real-time cases over historic investigations. However, Mr. Javid argued bigger changes need to be made to prevent more deaths. He proposed a major expansion of stop and search powers by changing guidance to give police more freedom to look for knives. Police officers have been requesting emergency Section 60 powers to be rolled out across the country, which would allow them to search suspects without needing specific grounds. Mr. Javid is expected to announce his plans within days, the Cabinet Minister said in the Daily Telegraph. First and foremost, it's vital we give the police the powers they need to fight this outbreak and take dangerous weapons off our streets. Officers should be confident using existing powers such as stop and search. When used effectively, stop and search is a vital tool, and I am working with the police to reduce bureaucracy and ensure they can use it in the most efficient way possible, he told the Cabinet. He read the letter to Theresa May with his suggestions, who responded in a defensive way.